Hello. Glass of cannabis. It's been a glorious year. I want someone in here to stand to their feet and tell me their best way to smoke. Who will it be? You are there. What's your name, girl?
Not him. It don't really matter when we all agree. What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough. What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough.
What's up with y'all out there? This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J.
And Serpo Jr. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and then go tell a friend.
Please believe, make sure you do that. You know, we want to thank everybody that tap in and tune in with us, all the subscribers, all the new subscribers that's coming along, man. Keep on sharing it and keep on rocking with us, man. We definitely appreciate it. And, you know, this month is Mental Awareness Month. So, you know, we're going to do a tip cater to that. And the tip is going to come from our guy, Solomon, our engineer.
Hello.
Hey. What up, Solomon? Hit him with the tip, man.
All right. So this tip sort of comes from knowing these guys for the last couple of years, working together. And I think mental health awareness is a perfect time for someone as a cannabis user or, you know, with the drink and everything to sort of take a step back and evaluate how it's impacted you over the last year. It's sort of like a check-in with yourself to see if it's, you know, if it's helped your productivity, if it's caused you problems, if your health is better, if some of the issues that you started taking cannabis or some of the other stuff, if the reason you took it has been sort of resolved, or if it's actually helping you, maybe check in with a few family members, see how, you know, your attitude has been to them, and then make adjustments. You know, maybe it's something where you need to try something different, do a little bit less, do it at different times, maybe do it less away from your work schedule or whatever that is. But I think Mental Health Awareness Month is a good time for cannabis users to just do that simple self check-in.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that tip. Yeah, because it's a time to evaluate, reevaluate, you know, on the way you using, or you know how you using. You might need to take a tolerance break. You know, you might need to switch to something better. You know, you might need to lower your dosage. It's a whole bunch of variety of different things that you might need to do. So I definitely think that's a dope ass tip.
I believe so too, though. And it's like, you know what I'm saying, you can take the time out to actually see, like, okay, if this strain is making me anxious, or this strain right here is making me calm. So while I'm calm, I'm able to do this, that, and that. All right, if I am anxious, you know, I'm able to, like, all right, this is what calms me down, or whatever it may be.
Yep.
You know, it's just a time to reflect, you know what I'm saying, think about you, like it's with you.
Yep. For sure. So in the realm of mental health awareness, you know, the perspective that we looking at it is in the effects with weed. You know, how weed relates to the mental health aspect of a person's life. You know, and you know we're gonna touch on like our personal, you know, situations with dealing with different things, being stressed. Oh, how the weed helped and stuff like that. So for me personally, it was like, when it comes to mental health awareness and being aware of my mental health, for me, it's like, I think when I'm by myself, I get a chance to really reflect on certain things. If my mind is in a state of thinking about things, maybe issues, shit going on in my life, shit that might not be right, and it gives me time. When I'm alone, it gives me time to think about it and kind of reflect and see what I could do different. And then I think we talked about this before on another show. And then it's like when I smoke weed, it could be indica or sativa though. It'll put me in a state to where I'm really thinking about what I might have did wrong, or what I need to change, or even if I'm not wrong, I might really fucking realize I'm not wrong in this situation and stuff like that. And a lot of the times we're dealing with mental health, you have to understand and know when you might be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to fight the feeling and like, oh, I'm right, or whatever. Or you might have to understand when you might be right and stand on that shit though. And I think a part of mental health and just even dealing with relationships and dealing with people take the shit to go to working. You know, you might go to work and you might have a fucking a supervisor that's just on your head. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really understand why. And then it's bothering you. Now you going into work, you stressed out because you're going into work because you know that this supervisor or whatever is not gonna like what what you putting on the table. So now you creating a realm of stress. Now just think about a person that's in that realm of stress at work. Damn, okay, now you dealing with this shit at work. It's not working. Now you got to go home, and just perhaps just say the home life is not what you visited to be at the time. So now you're dealing with stress from work. Then you going home and you dealing with stress. Things are not right there. So now that shit is just is building up. And I think a lot of people in this day and age kind of bottle shit up.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And then you kind of explode. And I know for me personally, I used to be like that though, kind of. Like I used to be the type of motherfucker that with certain people though only, I bottle shit up. I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't say nothing until the shit just fucking busts. And then it's not good for me or the person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because my reaction is not stable. I'm not stable in the way that I'm reacting to this person and shit though. So I found for myself, it's better for me to just express myself. If it's something that's bothering me, something I don't like about you, something that's affecting me in the wrong kind of way, I feel like I'm gonna speak on it, but I'm gonna try to do it in a way that's positive, if that's even can be done though, because a lot of people kind of take shit when you telling them something about them. They
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we can't fucking just comprehend it in that. We take it to a point like, oh, now we pointing fingers back at the other person instead of just taking that shit though, taking the criticism or whatever constructive criticism and moving on and shit like that though. But that's a big way for me to cope with it with mental health, is just to verbalize my shit, like get it out there the way that I'm feeling. And smoking my weed definitely helps me, because like I said, it just kind of pushed me to that realm of what did I do wrong? I started thinking outside the box a little more than I probably would if I wasn't blowing on no weed. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I can dig that. I got some of the same qualities. We come from the same bloodline. Like as far as like expressing yourself, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like it get to a certain point. It's like you feel you explode. And once you explode, it's like something that could have been handled if you just expressed yourself. It's like now you either probably done lost a good friend, you know what I'm saying, ruined a relationship, you know what I'm saying, fuck somebody up, something along those lines. And it's like, I think I caught at a young age, as far as like taking a step back and saying like, all right, what was my doing in this process, if it is something heated or whatever. Right. So it's like, if I can see like how you say, what did I do wrong? All right, let me own up to my portion of this shit. Mm-hmm. If I'm not wrong, you know what I'm saying, I'm standing on it, like, fuck what you going through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, at that point. And then it's like, that's a helper right there as far as like that exploding and shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as like talking and expressing, it's like that shit may be unheard of, like especially nowadays, because like with the culture we in now, us being male figures, if we just get to talking freely, you know what I'm saying, like as far as like expressing ourselves, you know what I'm saying, like genuinely expressing ourselves. Right. In today's culture, certain things you may say, it may be misinterpreted as if like what they call it, the pause culture. You know what I'm saying? It's like I be hearing that shit. I be like, why the fuck you gotta like, what you pausing right here for? You know what I'm saying? I'm just expressing something. Right. You know what I'm saying? I have no insecurities about my manhood or whatever it is. So I don't need to be on a fucking watch for, oh, you saying something funny. Oh, this pertain. Like, what the fuck? When we was expressing ourselves like that when we were younger, that shit didn't come out like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, it wasn't as much attention on it as it is today. Yep. So as far as like this mental health aspect of it, you know what I'm saying, and you want to express yourself, it's a lot of people you can't talk to. Right. You know what I'm saying? So some of that shit is being held in. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, people may say take the therapy road. Some people may not even have the funds for that shit.
Right.
And I was just sitting thinking and be like, all right, if a lot of it is solely based on like, you know what I'm saying, expressing this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna say, like, what camera we on? I'm gonna speak into the camera. Where the lights is there. You know what I'm saying? It's like if it's just you and you don't have nobody to talk to. What I came to find out is it's like we all have smartphones. You can actually record yourself. Talk, express yourself to you. You know what I'm saying? Get that
That's a
shit
good
out.
tip.
Like really get that shit out. Bam, 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 bam. Stop the video. Maybe come back tomorrow, 24 hours,
Yeah.
and actually listen and watch your own video because you're going to give yourself the actual answers somebody else may give to you because don't nobody know you how you know yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I just come up with in today's like age, even with women. You know, certain things like within the women realm. You know what I'm saying? You may talk and girl, you get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know the mental state, what's going on. And it's like at this point of expression, you want to fucking pause me, nigga?
Yeah.
Or you want to be like, girl, bye me and shit?
Right.
Like, I'm really trying to get something off my chest that's bothering me mentally.
Right.
And it's like, you being my partner, you want to play me like that? That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's something in today's age that like has to be checked.
Oh,
like
for
to
sure.
me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. And it's like,
I agree. Shit.
you can say a motherfucker kind of
man.
like up in age, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's like really this shit came from motherfuckers that's like up in age. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like whatever your insecurities and shit are, like you gotta know, like, man, this is my partner right here. Like, all right, this is a different context. What he or she is coming at me in. Let me listen. Even if I don't have the words or the answers or the phrases to say back. Let me listen. I don't want to just hear this shit because if I'm hearing it, I can hear you talk. I can hear a beat over here. You know what I'm saying? I can hear the fucking fan blowing over there. But if I'm listening to you, you know what I'm saying? I'm soaking that shit in. If I can't actually speak the proper words back to you, me being a friend, a brother or a sister, a mother, aunt, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? They'll know or have a sense of where you're coming from. So you can be handled or dealt with however you want to phrase it in that manner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they
Right.
know where you coming from. If a person don't know where you coming from, like shit, like in some ways, how do you expect to be treated?
Right. Right. Yeah. And it's a trip, and just even dealing with it in the mental health aspect of a relationship, being in a relationship, man and woman relationship. It's like, you have your partner, and like you was just speaking on, like even just talking to your partner, like verbalizing shit, getting shit out, and that person is not hearing you because you a man and you shouldn't be saying certain shit or you shouldn't be expressing yourself like that. I think that stigma needs to get the fuck up out of here, especially for black men. You know what I'm saying? It's
True.
like we just supposed to deal with everything outside, and come home, deal with everything inside, and then maneuver and not have nobody to really talk to. You know what I'm saying? In certain situations and shit though. And I've seen of lot like my older homeboys and shit like that have been in relationships and them kind of relationships and stuff like that. Even just coming up young, seeing niggas, and it's like, you don't want to leave that character of like I'm hard and shit like that though, and it's something that hits all of us, especially growing up in the inner cities and shit like that though. On top of PTSD in the form, when it relates to mental health, all the information that we've been fed, like, you feel me, as coming up and stuff though. And a lot of the shit is just wrong. A lot of the shit is wrong with the way you're thinking, and that's a form, of that's bad mental health. We thinking, okay, nigga, you supposed to be hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? We thinking, oh, okay, nigga, if somebody say something to you, you just punch him. Oh, nigga, you want that? Go rob it and go take it. Oh, nigga, that nigga got the wrong color on? Oh, go kill cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole fucking mental way of thinking is fucked up. And we all have that. A lot of us, like at our age, you got homeboys, I got homeboys, we got family members that ain't out the stage. That ain't out that mental blockage. You know what I'm saying? And should we have a right to talk about it because we came from that? You feel me? And we from that. But that's not something that's limiting us in our life. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And it's not something that's stuck on us. You know, we can go in different realms around different people and associate with different people, relate to different people. You feel me? Mm-hmm. A lot of people where we come from don't feel like that. Nigga, you go in a room full of people that's not your race, you gonna feel uncomfortable. Like certain people, you know what I'm saying? Because we not mentally bred or brought up to deal with them with them people and shit like that. So it's all a mental fuck. And for the ones that's lucky like us to get up, like to change our way of thinking and find a different perspective, to be able to go relate. That's just like on the blood and crippin'. You know, back in the days, niggas wasn't going to fuck with no B-Dogs or go fuck with no Bloods. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Now, a nigga will say, oh, what's up, my nigga, and chop it up. You know what I'm saying? They got homies and shit that a nigga might talk to more than some of my Crip homies and shit, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show, growing up in America, it's a whole bunch of mental disorders. You feel me? Just even back in the days, how they psychologically fucked, you know, like our elders and shit, though. Okay, women could be, you get Section 8, food stamps, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, but you can't have no man in the house. He can't live there, though. We'll give you all this, but he can't live there. And I seen a video, had some young black women, and they was talking, and they said, oh, I don't need no man. I could raise my kid by myself. That's I think that's mentally fucked up. Because you should lay down and had a baby with this fella, but now you don't need this man in a life to raise this little kid to grow up. A son need a father, a daughter need a father. You know what I'm saying? For other reasons though. But man, we can go deep. We can go deep into this shit, man, because mental health awareness, it touches us in so many different ways and shit. Sure. You know what I mean? Because it's so many different things to deal with. And just even on the realm of the PTSD realm of it, you know, seeing motherfuckers get shot, you know, going to funerals at a young age, you know what I'm saying? Seeing homies, mamas, you know, lose their kids and shit like that. Seeing family members pass away from gang violence and shit like that. So all that shit is a mental fuck. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I went to so many funerals that I was like, I got numb to them till I got to a point to where it was like, nigga, I'm not going to no more funerals unless it's certain people and shit though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's mental health awareness month, man. It's just like, I think it should be a yearly thing. You know, and the fuck just a month. You know, just it should be something that everybody just pay close attention to and just try to be understanding. You know what I mean? Because you never know what a person is going through, like you said.
That's true though. And it's like you gotta like, how can I put this? You gotta know the people like who you dealing with. You know, it's like how you say it should be like yearly or whatever it may be. Like how you can make that happen. Like if you was to say like how would you implement that?
I mean, just to make it, just having programs and for the masses. You just say for the masses. You know, you have commercials, you have different funds that's given to cities and counties and states and like that.
I see that.
Yeah,
not along that aspect of it though, because it's like once you're going right there, okay, you depending upon the government or you know what I'm saying.
Oh, you saying just for me? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Just like for individuals, you know what I'm saying, within family settings, you know, like just homie settings or whatever it may be. Because it's like a lot of people won't go to a government agency or whatever it is to seek, you know what I'm saying,
True.
mental health.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people is really like actually like, whether you believe it or not, comfortable with talking to their homies. You know what I'm saying? Or talking to an auntie or uncle or cousin, so to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what I mean by that is like, how would you implement it? If I was to say so, it's like, how you doing? Oh, what's cracking? Like everything good? You can tell within, like, if you in tune, like, with your family or whatever it is, or like friends or whatever, because that is family. You know what I'm saying? You would know, like,
something wrong.
that I'm cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that may not hold up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, whether that person want to talk about it or not, you don't have to actually talk about that, and just engage in the conversation. If you sense that, engage in the conversation about something else.
Try to
You
take
know,
a
it's
nigga
like,
mind off of
you
it.
know, like recently it been a real big talk about, you know what I'm saying, snowfall. You know what I'm saying? Just hypothetically speaking, you know what I'm saying? It's like I call in, like, you know what I'm saying, cuz I was cracking. Normally it's like, what up, Squidward for whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's a joke to follow it.
Right.
Even if it's not a joke to come with it, you know what I'm saying? It's what's happening? What's
Right.
good though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I call in and it's just like, I'm cool. What's happening, nigga? Something wrong, nigga.
Right.
Like, what's up, nigga? The Broncos lost or something, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like
on the real.
no, I'm not getting to the point of actually what's bothering you, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you get that chuckle, you know what I'm saying, to come in, you know, and it's like, all right, now my cousin, you know what I'm saying, he finna talk to me about this, that, and that, whatever the fuck it may be. And it may not necessarily be the problem at hand. But I just talked to somebody, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, all right, that's cool right there. Now I can actually think about this problem over here, whether I shared it or not. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you say, like, it should be a yearly thing, like, you should know, like,
year round.
Yeah, a year-round thing. Like, you should know, like certain responses in people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put it out there. I do it with my mama all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I call my mama. It's a certain way she answers that phone. If that phone is not answered that way, I'm not finna get off the phone. I don't care how long I'm finna be here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't even gotta tell me what the problem is. I know something is cracking. You know what I'm saying? So, man, what's up? You know what I'm saying? We finna joke about whatever, talk about whatever. I don't know shit about motherfucking Walker, Texas Ranger and shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what my mama showed. You know what I'm saying? But like, I go in, I tell what Walker, Texas is doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To try to lighten the mood and shit, get to talking, you know what I'm saying? And it brightens the moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just be in tune with your circle. Because if you in tune with your circle, whether it's family, whether it's friends, I'm just grouping it all into family. Know each other, get to know each other's likes, dislikes, and know your own likes and dislikes. That way you can help, you know what I'm saying? Like, make this shit a better place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real talk, though. I definitely agree with that. And in the realm of you know, cannabis and mental health, you know, also when it comes to like PTSD, you know, it's like the sativas. We just talked about this earlier, and it's like, you know, the sativas. Be aware, you know, if you dealing with PTSD, because that you know, some of the symptoms from that could be, you know, an anxiety feeling, you know, heart pumping, you feeling a rush and shit like that though. And, you know, when you smoke certain sativas, you know, that's high sativa strains, you gonna get that feeling, you know, you get that up feeling. You know what I'm saying? So certain strains in the sativa realm might take you to a point where you start feeling an anxiety feeling though. That's why it's important to know what you should be smoking on. You know, you go to your dispensary, excuse me, you might, you know, go ask them and say, hey man, I'm dealing with this. You know, I deal with anxiety, you know, a little bit of depression. I need something, you know, to kind of help with that. And, you know, hopefully you go into a good place that could provide you with that information and say, okay, yeah, man, try this indica. You know, this might help. Or you might be able to find a nice hybrid sativa dominant type strain that can still have you cool and still have you able to function during the day. Because going back to the tip, you know, like we talked about with evaluating your intake, you know, of cannabis, you might need to do something different. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's a good way to look into that shit and do it though. But I would say, like, you know, you feeling anxious and all that, I would suggest looking to a bomb ass indica strain. You know, whether if you don't want to smoke, get you some syrup. You know, pour you some syrup. They got fucking CBD, THC capsules. They got all kind of different things.
Hell yeah.
Oils that you can make your own food and put the oil on the food. Infuse your own food. You know, and it'll probably help you cope with what you're dealing with. You know, but I definitely do believe, like you said, it's important to know your village.
Really,
you know, and the
really.
people that you're around and shit like that, because those are the people that know you the best and shit though. You know, and it can recognize when, like you said, when something might not be wrong, you know, and can, you know, probably help get you to a better state for the moment and shit like
Really?
that though. You know, or it might push you to the point where you like, fuck it, and you want to release it and let it out. You know what I'm saying? And you verbalizing what's bothering you. That person might have dealt with the same kind of shit you fucking dealing with, and
Really?
can say and can give you some advice that'll help you get you out that dark spot that you in.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? And you definitely want to know the person that you're talking to, because like you said, you can't trust everybody. Everything ain't meant to be said to certain people. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Yeah, and then you have to be a person that can accept responsibility, because even though you're a person that might be dealing with mental health issues, depression, and this and that, you have to know when you should seek help. You know what I'm saying? You have to you know, kind of know when you're not feeling right. You know what I'm saying? You have to know, and not just know, but you know, take some kind of action. You know, it might be a situation, you might be in a relationship and you down right now, like, fuck, it's not feeling right. And your partner trying to come talk to you or something, and you snap at your partner. Now they like, damn, what the fuck wrong with this motherfucker?
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of just verbalizing and saying, look, baby, I'm not feeling good right now.
That's real advice right there.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? For a minute. I'll be back, but give me a minute. You know what I'm saying? And those are the kind of things that hinders relationships too, though, man, because everybody not comfortable telling their flaws, speaking on their flaws, and speaking on what's wrong with them, speaking on what's bothering them, especially to somebody they dealing with. You know what I mean? You should be comfortable enough to express yourself, you know, but the person you're expressing to might not be capable of understanding how you feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's so many different aspects of, you know, mental health, and it's different ways different people deal with it. You might be with somebody that deal with it and just shut down. You feel me? Then you might be the person that want to talk and man, let's hash this shit out so we can move on, so we ain't going to sleep mad at each other and shit like that though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that protects the overall mental health of your household.
That's true.
You know, from the top all the way down to the bottom and shit though. You know, and us being, you know, we both married men and shit like that though. You know what I'm saying? And just understanding that it's challenges with that shit though. No marriage is perfect. My boy Solomon, he married too. Shit, you know, it's challenges with this shit though. You know, but you want to look for the best, and then you look at it like, shit. Okay, if it's not right now, we got to figure out how to get it right. Or sometimes you got to step back from it, not from the relationship, but step back from the situation and reassess your approach. Maybe you don't need. Maybe you need to give that person time to say, okay, let me figure this shit out in pros. But here's another fucked up situation. If you're with somebody that does not know how to recognize when they're wrong, you know what I'm saying, and you always the one apologizing. Oh, baby, it's gonna be all right. My bad for reacting like that though. But the whole time you might have said a couple things fucked up because of what that person said to you. You know what I'm saying? But they don't recognize what they did. They just looking at what you did. You know what I'm saying? All that shit is a mental. It's a mental fuck.
It is.
You
Look,
know
hold
what I
on.
mean?
On that note right there, like when you talking about like the apologetic aspect of it. This is something I got from my pops. You know what I'm saying? It made sense to me. It's like, say, and this as far as the relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship with a person and both of you guys, you know what I'm saying, there's flaws within your communication.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like being interrupted. You don't like being interrupted. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of a person talking and it's being interrupted or whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? It's like, my bad, such and such, I didn't mean to interrupt. You know what I'm saying? Just let this shit play out. You know what I'm saying? This is just if this is a constant problem.
Right.
Because somebody has to be the bigger person.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's apology or if it's not. If the problem is still being consistent, if you like, as far as like the don't cut me off shit.
Right.
Let the person go. If they cut you off, go ahead, let them finish. You know what I'm saying? But take a mental note of what your train of thought was. You make your mental note, all right, you done got all of this off.
Yep.
You're done. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now it's me time to take the floor.
Yep.
This is what my train of thought was, such and such, wooty wah wham. And to your response to this. You know what I'm saying? That way it's like, okay, don't be so eager, you know what I'm saying, to hurry up and get something out, and then they trying to hurry up and respond back and this, that, and the other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That listening shit, it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Over talking, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be over talked, so why would you over talk the next?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That goes into like the consideration and all of that stuff. And that shit will make things like kind of healthy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta like if you ain't talking about the big shit, you know what I'm saying? Start off small. That shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit works fucking wonders.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Now look, think about the mental health right now of a lot of these people, a lot of these businesses, company owners in the cannabis industry. Think about they fucking mental health right now though. With the taxes, like it was a report out that saying that the taxes hit over $1 billion, $1.7 billion though. That's how much the cannabis industry was taxed for all the legalized states and shit like that. So now they already projecting that it's going to be double that for this year, for 2023. Mm-hmm. So, and it's a lot. I've been seeing a lot of videos. I've been running into a lot of dispensary owners and growers and stuff like that that's fucking affected by this shit though. That's feeling it to the point of doors is finna be closing. Oh, now we got to restructure and turn into a delivery company, you know, because we can't have 10 employees. Now we got to cut it down to 2. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way that they taxing us and the regulations and stuff like that though, man. So, man, I want to give a big shout out to the cannabis industry, all the fucking businesses that's fucking surviving and that's holding on and that's struggling right now. Because I know it's a lot of businesses that's struggling right now, but that's fighting to keep their doors open, you know, to stay afloat in this legal cannabis market. You know, big shouts out to y'all, man, because I know it's a mental fuck right now, man. You know, and I know it's a lot of people. Just think about any kind of business. You starting a business, you know, you might put your last fucking your savings into it. And now, not because of something you've done wrong, but because these officials want to tax you so much fucking money that you can't pay people, you can't keep shit open. That shit'll cause a lot of depression, heart attack, strokes, all kind of shit though. And I don't think just smoking weed can help. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool, and that's dope that you pointed that out, because that shows just is levels. When they say it's levels to this shit,
yeah,
it's different levels in this mental health awareness.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can start all the way down to childhood, elementary kids. Certain things they go through, you know what I'm saying? You may see mental behaviors or whatever that needs to be checked. You can go into your teenagers. They have their little things are going on, actually being with peers, being accepted.
Yeah.
You know, you go into adulthood, you're dealing with businesses, this, that, and the other. You're dealing with bills. You know, there's many different levels to what goes on in your mental state.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this one is not greater than that one is not greater than this, because we all go through shit mentally.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Some people actually really deal with it and handle it better than others.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why I believe I believe it should be a year-round thing, but they emphasizing it, you know what I'm saying, to mental health awareness month. It's a variety of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just like grouped down into one area,
one category.
You know what I'm saying? It's like all type of things. People coming back from the military, you know, people getting out of college, unable to use the college degrees. You know,
Man,
some people getting up
man,
out of high school,
man.
unable to get accepted
Losing their
into colleges.
jobs,
You know what I'm
all kind of
saying?
shit, man.
I couldn't even take it to the NBA, John Morant. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I'm a good player, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But I actually feel like it's some faulty shit going down because it's like, all right, you don't get, you know what I'm saying, a
That
certain
super max. You can't get the
yeah,
super
you can't
max.
get a certain type of deal because you didn't make an all team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
He can get the max, but he can't get the super max now.
like, what if this brother ain't, you know what I'm saying, like stronger and like mentally and be like, what the fuck you mean I can't? You know what I'm saying? But it seemed as if like, all right, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like I'm finna show you motherfuckers why you done missed out on some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But little simple stuff like that. I forget the brother name who played in the Creed, you know what I'm saying, with the Ant-Man. Like he
Yeah, I
played
can't
for
think of
that.
his name either.
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors, you know what I'm saying? It's like you actually trying to strip this man of all of his endorsements and shit over allegations.
That wasn't
You know
even
what I'm
true,
saying?
right? Didn't he get found out
Like,
that
man, they like
she reneged on it or some
they
shit?
talking some shit about, like, you know what I'm saying? He had like a deal with Marvel to
Yeah.
keep doing some movies, and we all know Marvel movies is big as fuck in these times.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, there's allegations that's going out here. Allegations. You know, you haven't proved fucking shit. It's an allegation.
But didn't
You know
she
what I'm saying?
renege on that shit or some
Yes,
shit?
but yet and still, you want to strip this brother of all type of
Oh,
shit
so they
that he's
still
earning.
talking about stripping and shit?
They have stripped him of things. You know what I'm saying? He's lost endorsements. You know what I'm saying? They talking about taking him out of the MCU shit. You know what I'm saying? Now,
even though she reneged, they still have to investigate the
yeah,
stuff. So that's court dates coming
to
up.
me. You know what I'm saying? I feel as if like that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now he didn't hit a mark. You know what I'm saying? You don't know like what his mental state to be. You know what I'm saying?
He was on
and
this,
you got
nigga,
social
he was
media
about to
going
erupt.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
You got social media going wild. You know what I'm saying? And social media is like,
And it was
we got
a white woman,
whether it's a
Yeah.
white woman, black woman, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like we supposed to be in the land of the free. We're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Allegations is not nothing that's set in stone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why am I losing shit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker can come up and just say, oh, I got green hair, knowing goddamn well my shit is black, and you gonna believe I got green hair? Oh, we gotta prove this shit ain't true. Let your hair grow out for another 6 months.
But you,
what the
but,
fuck?
But in another realm of the mental health aspect, okay, now it's a black man. You feel me? Being accused of something.
We always being accused of that.
You know what
shit.
I mean?
That's
So it's extra that it's a little bit of extra that come with it. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, they gonna want to highlight it and it's fucked up because I know it's fucking with the dude mentally. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a mental fuck because you was about to fucking erupt.
He a good actor.
Yeah, great actor, man.
Can't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no denying that shit. And it's like you low key like you blackballing my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You canceling him.
And it just goes to show just an aspect of mental health because we done talked about different levels and just even with people that got money. Money don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Money don't mean shit though. Yeah, you need money to survive for sure, all that. But in the realm of protecting this right here, you know, money don't mean nothing though. You need to protect your mental health. Just think about all the people, you know, all the famous people, big name people that have committed suicide. You know, then had all the money in the world and shit like that though. But they mental wasn't together, you know, to be able to handle that. You know, shit, you think of Robin Williams, who fucking life was making people laugh.
It's a dog fire.
Yeah. And he was dealing with depression. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, you think about a lot of think about like we could go back to the Dave Chappelle situation and shit though. Like a long time ago when they offered him that little bit of money for his content. You know what I'm saying? For his content, and he got on. And, you know, went to Africa and shit, though. But I know that was a mental fuck. It's like, y'all want to give me this little bit of money? It was millions. Y'all want to give me this little bit for my creations? Y'all should be trying to make me a partner, though. But it just goes to show that
money don't mean
shit, though, man. If you have a mental problems, mental issues and stuff like that, man.
Rich or poor, you being affected.
You being affected by it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It's Lifeline. No, just
Yeah,
playing.
real talk though.
No,
You know what I'm saying? But it's like I appreciate this, you know what I'm saying, this little conversation right here though, and other conversations that's really, you know what I'm saying, across the podcast scene or social media, whatever it may be. You know, try to do something uplifting. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, don't be so dark.
dark for real.
Yeah, because I mean, it's certain things I be trying to practice. I may need to hold to, you know, because sometimes I be out in public. I like, what's going on, my brother? How you doing, my sister? Sometimes it's like I don't even get the response back. Motherfucker look back like, what the fuck you mean? What's up, my brother? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like I check myself and be like, your frequency level is kind of low. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna even bring mine down.
I'm
there.
a slide and dip.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta like that goes with knowing yourself too though, because that motherfucker who I done said like how you doing, my brother, what's up, my sister, or whatever, they can be having a shitty day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna respond to that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like your vibes are very low frequency, player.
Low energy.
You know
Stay
what I'm saying?
away.
Yeah. Even sometimes even like in public, like you can, it's a certain type of nod you do to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I try to do it and try to be like humble about it and shit and like be cool.
Nigga just be looking at you like.
Yeah. But and I try and do that because it's crazy because like how you say it's like where we come from, it's a certain narrative, nigga. I'm tough. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I try to like, you know what I'm saying? I embrace my glasses wearing and shit now. You know what I mean? The different type of dress I be doing. You know, and I ask my wife, be like, man, I don't look like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like thugging and no shit. Like I look like a straight square and shit, right? Nah, nigga, you don't look like no square, and you look like where you come from.
Right.
I'm like,
you just got glasses on, nigga. That's
yeah,
it.
but I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
not in that aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like, really. And it's like she tell me, she like, yeah, really, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll be looking nice or whatever it may be, but nigga, that project stigma you got, you'll be looking at a motherfucker like, nigga, like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you peeking, but you ain't speaking.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when she tell me that, it's like that's self-awareness for me. You know what I'm saying? So, because it's something within me for me to lock up on you and be like, nigga, what's happening in that aspect? You know what I'm saying? Versus me just, what's going on, my brother? You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm getting this shit from. You know what I'm saying? What's up, my sister? How you doing? Such and such, what you about wow? You know what I'm saying? To try to change the tide, switch it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding high on my frequency. I'm going to try to like extend it. If you don't get that, I'm not coming down there. You can't come up here. So line cut. On to the neck.
On everything. So look, y'all out there, man, we definitely appreciate y'all tapping in with us on this episode of the Best Way to Smoke podcast. And like I said, we're gonna be highlighting mental health awareness all month. And we're gonna probably keep it pushing, man, and just have some aspect where we talk about it, because it's definitely important to be aware of your own. We're gonna be aware of ours. And yeah, Best Way to Smoke, Big J.
Serpo Jr. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend.
Please believe.
And find your best way to smoke.
Smoky Mo.